Hopefully
You ready?
Yeah, sure. I'm holding coffee today. That's all right.
And a really good morning to you, John.
Yes, it is. Well, I don't know how good it is, actually.
It's a little rough
I might have
today.
lied a little bit, yeah.
This is our first remote podcast.
Yeah.
And we're in Antelope Camp with our buddy Mike Tussey from Nomad Camo.
Yeah, great to be here, man.
Yeah,
so
glad to
awesome
have you.
to
Last
have
night
you.
was fun.
It was fun, yes. Almost too much fun, maybe.
Everybody showed up to camp last night that's coming here, and a few of us have been here for a couple days, but yeah, it was fun. It was a good reunion, I guess.
Yeah, that's
food.
kind of what it seemed like. Huh? We look forward to this hunt. This is our favorite hunt every year.
Yeah.
It's just so laid back and relaxed, and we just have a one great time with it. And we don't take it too serious, obviously. Mike found out the hard way last night.
No, man, it's awesome. I mean, that's one of the best things about hunting, though, is meeting people, going to different camps, experiencing that. And I was telling Ponce yesterday, fantastic hunt I had, but after it's over, it's anticlimactic.
Yeah.
It's there, okay. You're on a high, then you kind of come down because it's over.
Right.
Yeah.
But, the experience, too, of coming back to camp and being around all new people and having that fun, that's part of it. That brings you back up and, and
It
really
does.
part of the experience and having a great time.
Yep, I agree with you. We talk about, to us, this part, the camp, just getting to hang out, because we don't all hunt together. This is the only hunt all of us do together every year. Most of it, in fact, Daryl and I both hunt by ourselves most of the time. And so
even a lot of times Antelope Camp, I come
true.
out early just because my schedule or whatever, I kind of
Right.
fit it in when I can. So there's a lot of times where I can't make it out to the group. Although it's fun because even though you get together at night, you eat together and just camaraderie and all that. But yet when you go hunting, we kind of go our separate ways,
Exactly.
But unless you're filming somebody or whatever.
Yeah. I was fortunate enough, my son Jack got to come back from Wyoming this year. It's the first time we've hunted together in 6 years. So,
Yeah, and he had a rough hunt.
Yeah, he did. I think it was
18 minutes.
maybe. Yeah. I kept thinking, we're going to have so many antelope, if we're successful.
Yeah.
We're going to have so many antelope to videos this year. Like, I'm just going to roll one after another.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to make like one video because everybody's hunt's been like 5-6 minutes long. Yeah, it's been a great year for antelope so far.
Yeah.
I'm still...
We're more than half tagged out, right?
Yeah. Well, I think we're right at half.
No.
See, you...
No?
Scott.
Well, I don't know.
You got 4 people left to have to.
Is there 4?
And we've shot 4 so far.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Because that's right. You.
I'm doing a podcast instead of hunting right now.
Yeah. Well, don't blame it on the podcast.
The only guy.
Somebody woke up late.
Yeah.
I don't know why that was actually.
I woke up at 5:15 thinking, all right, I'll get all breakfast burritos. My wife made some breakfast burritos ahead of time, and it was crickets.
Oh, yeah, he's asking me, you think they're going to get up? I said, there ain't nobody getting up.
I set it for 6. Then I set it for 6 and woke up 2 minutes before 6, and I still didn't hear anybody. It wasn't until the coyotes yipped that Frank, I think, I
he
could
must
hear
have
people
heard them.
snoring still. I don't know who it
It
was.
might have been me. Frank woke me up. He's like, John, 6:15. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going.
I got a podcast. I can't go.
That was my excuse.
Yeah. That works.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Anyway, so Mike came out here, our relationship with Nomad and partnership, we really appreciate very much everything you guys have done for us. And this is the first time we got to physically meet.
Yes.
But we've been with them this going on our 3rd year now, and really loving all the gear that you guys are putting out and, all the whatever we can help with, we've really enjoyed doing that type of thing.
It's been a great partnership. It's nice to be able to call people and say, hey man, I need a photo shoot, I need this done for this piece of camouflage, and you guys are on it like that. And I call John, I say, hey, I need a little video or something, and bam, it gets done just like that. It's awesome to have people like that, and I thank you all very much for that, and for the invite to come out here and antelope hunt. My first antelope hunt I got to do, doing it with you guys. It's awesome to get that experience done, and the hunt itself was fantastic. Ponch kept telling me, "Oh, we're gonna be done the first day," and I'm going, "Knock on wood, son. Come on, man.
Right.
You're gonna jinx me right here. I know how this goes. Every time that somebody tells you that, and then you're sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting, and third day you're hoping something comes. But it beat all expectations. We sit there. First thing daylight, you're watching in the distance. We're probably watching 12, 13 different antelope. Then all of a sudden, somebody had to go run out the back door for a little experience. And then he comes back, and like 30 seconds later, he looks out the back window, and, oh, here they come, get ready. So I don't know how they didn't see him. So
or smell it.
But, the first thing that came in, there's 13, does and yearlings come popping in there, and they're sitting there drinking right in front of us. Some of them are at 9 yards right in front of the blind, and, and great. And then all of a sudden he says, "Oh, here comes a buck." First time for me. I'm going to shoot something that's respectable. Right. And I got to shoot one just a little bit short of Pope and Young. But the shot, he came in there and I'm debating on it. The Ponch is going, "Well, whatever you want to do." And he's at 14 yards, first thing he called out, and then next thing he turned a little bit closer and he got broadside, and I'm like, "Are you ready?" It was just that tempting.
Right. That's the thing. It's hard to pass up.
Yeah.
It'd be one thing if he was a little dink, but like you said, it's a very respectable buck, and now that you got it under your belt, you got that part done. Come back next year, and
I'll be back.
And for sure we can say no. I'll hold you back next year.
Yeah.
So.
And it was, he came in there, and I asked him if you're on him, and I touched the trigger off on this release and cranked him. He dropped there. We got video of him dropping right there in his tracks. And at first I thought I'd spine shot him, because I thought, well, maybe I'm high, at whatever, 14 yards, 12 yards. And look back, and it wasn't. Go out there, and arrow stuck below the white line on him. Yeah. And I guess it was such a big angle. It ran right up, and it must have just hit the spine on the neck or something. Because he dropped right there.
Yeah, his front end was dropped just a little bit because he was drinking too.
Yeah, so he was leaning down, and I think that angle just got him. But no tracking job on that
one. No, not.
We both are like, okay.
Was he in the water? I didn't even look.
Yeah. He was drinking.
Yeah,
he was drinking when he shot.
I shot him. So.
He actually fell on. There was a little tiny dry spot right in the middle. That's where he actually fell. Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, it was awesome. I told him. I says, most of the time, they're just there. All of a sudden you're not seeing anything, and you can see for a pretty good distance, and then all of a sudden you see a head or ears or horns, and that's the way it was. I was kind of leaning back, looking all around, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, they were close. They were probably 50 yards when I coming in, and they were coming in pretty hot. They came in pretty hot when they did. They were
quick hunt. We were there in the blind 2 hours. That was it.
Right.
And got it done, and then we're taking pictures and getting out, and here comes another big buck. He's standing there, he's wanting to come into the water while we're getting pictures and everything. So it was great. And that might even been the buck Jack shot, because he was a pretty good one. He was coming in.
Yeah.
So my hunt didn't, last as long as Jack's, but but no, for the first time antelope hunt, great experience. Thank you guys again for doing it, and
thank
I loved
you.
it. And
we always think, John and I are like, gosh, we don't feel like we do enough, and but like you and I were talking a little more, that there's some guys, they kind of reap the rewards, but really don't do a lot, and we'll always do whatever we can, but we really appreciate everything.
Yeah, no, it's great having you guys, and running the pro staff, and dealing
what is your job?
My job title is community manager. So what I deal with is the TV shows, our personalities, our pro staff, take out all media relations on hunts and all that. So I've got a fantastic job.
Yeah,
I really do. I taught school for 30 years, retired from teaching, and the way I got into Nomad was one of my best friends, Jason Hart. He worked at Under Armour. Jason and 4 of his other colleagues at Under Armour left Under Armour and started hook fishing at Nomad Outdoors.
Oh, okay.
It's all under the umbrella of Marilina. Why Marilina? Because 2 of them were from Maryland and 2 of them were from South Carolina. So they came up with the name
That's for
Carolina.
That's cool.
Hook fishing has just blown up.
Yeah.
Absolutely blown up.
Everywhere. You see it everywhere.
I mean, it is crazy what Hook has done.
And it's H-U-K, hook.
Hook,
not huck.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
I might be guilty of calling it huck for a long time.
Well, I guess I never really pronounced it, but if somebody had said, what's that called? That's what I initially said till we got involved with, Nomad or Carolina. Then it's like, I heard hook them. Yeah. But even their gear, I know like these shorts are kind of part of what they're doing, the Nomad shorts. And man, I absolutely love these things.
Yesterday morning, me and you, right here's a pair of the shorts he's got on right now, and that's what we hunted in.
Yeah.
Yesterday,
me too.
It was supposed to be 101 yesterday, so we hunted in shorts and our t-shirts, Nomad t-shirts, and it worked out good.
Yeah, it was warm yesterday morning.
It's a little different hoping for hot weather to hunt, isn't it? Isn't that weird? It's it's against the whole mindset.
Yeah.
It is. I'm in Florida, so I work remotely. Our offices are in Charleston, South Carolina, but I work from home. And, I'm hunting all the time in Florida, especially
because you're an outfitter as well,
I also have
right?
an outfitting business called Osceola Outdoors. I've had it for 22 years, running it in Florida. Do hog hunts, gator hunts, and a lot of turkey hunts. Pretty much known for, my turkey hunts down there.
Yeah.
But in the springtime down there, I just dread sitting in a blind and turkey hunting because, when it's 95 degrees heat and 100% humidity, I've been known to strip the camouflage off, sit down in my underwear because it is just
What do your clients say when you do that?
They just look at me. I'm sorry, But it's hot, and that's what I was afraid of here yesterday. It was just going to be so miserable hot that, you don't enjoy it when it gets that hot.
Yeah.
But like you're saying, that's what you want, to drive the antelope to the water hole.
Right.
Yeah.
They want to drink when it's that hot. So
as you can see, spotting and stalking in this terrain out here would be it'd be challenging. There's been so many fires out here over the years. Just never really got a chance to grow. John's been out here for a lot more years than I have, and was there ever a time where it was just tons of sagebrush out here?
This was all sagebrush. Like you
Really?
couldn't see the ground. It was just, and it was some of it was fairly short, mid shin. But a lot of it was over your, the knee, thigh high, whatever.
You could stalk
everywhere. 100%. Yeah. I never did.
Yeah.
But we could.
Yeah. For years, actually the pop-up blind changed a lot. It was kind of a game changer. But to build a blind, I've built my share of blinds. And back in the day when you could dig a little bit of a hole to help, we did that. But the pop-up blinds is definitely a game changer for hunting water holes.
Right.
And I think that was part of the reason why that I started to a little more.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah, there's so many companies out there right now making these blinds. There's so many good ones out there. And it's hard not to hunt out of them. Even turkey hunting and deer hunting out of them.
It helps with scent and
it works.
And what was that scent that you gave me a bottle? You got to try.
A good friend of mine, Mitchell Johnston, owns a company called Dead End Game Calls, and he makes a scent, a cover scent. A scent elimination system that is just awesome, and I still haven't done it with you. We need to show you.
Oh yeah.
That take a Axe deodorant, scented Axe deodorant. You know how strong that is. It's strong smelling. You can take that and put it on something, and then you spray that scent eliminator on it. You cannot smell the Axe. And we sprayed down the blind yesterday. Yeah. We sprayed ourselves down, and we actually had the wind bad because the wind was at our back, blowing right to those antelope.
It was, yeah.
It was blowing right to the water hole, and they looked at us a couple times, and that was it, and paid no attention to us. And we had at one time, 14 sets of eyes in the water hole.
Yeah. They looked at us a couple times, but then, they didn't.
Yeah, but that cover scent's awesome, and I left the bottle for you, and it's Dead End Game Calls cover scent. It's really good stuff.
Yeah, we'll have to get in touch with them and get some more of that.
Yeah, I'll get y'all in touch with Mitchell, and he's a really good guy and fantastic caller. He's won World Calling Championship, and with a mouth call, he'll go from calling a turkey in, calling a coyote in, to calling an elk in, all with the same mouth call.
Oh, wow.
Just unbelievable.
Do you compete at all
for
turkey? Have you ever?
No.
But, is like any other calling competition. A lot of times turkey probably is the closest you know, a turkey competition is probably as close as it is to what out in the woods. But like elk calling contest and duck calling contests, a lot of those, what they actually do to impress the judges is a lot different. Yeah. Would you agree, though? Turkey, pretty much everything in turkey calling contest?
In a turkey calling contest, they're going to give you 5-6 different sets of calls to use.
But it's stuff that actually you use in the woods.
Yeah, it's what you're using in the woods. I mean, you're going to get louder in the competition, just like you do in a duck calling competition, than you actually do in the field.
Yeah.
I can call. I've killed, I don't know how many turkeys. I don't
Probably
know how many
2 or 3,
turkeys I don't know how many I've called in for clients over the years, but I'm not a competition caller.
As long as you get that's what it all boils down to. It's for me, even like shooting 3D competitively. For me, it was fun. I enjoyed it. I liked the competition part, but in reality, it's for my shooting skills when I'm hunting. That's what it was.
And when I'm even turkey hunting, calling to me is less. I don't want to call a lot. I call to get attention, to let them know where I'm at. I can make a call to a turkey, and he'd be 200 yards away, and he knows exactly where I am. I cannot call one more time, and that turkey will walk within 20 yards of me and be looking, trying to figure out where I am.
Which is what you want.
Exactly.
You want
I don't want them to see where I'm at. I don't want to call them when they're coming in. And turkey hunters, new turkey hunters, make a lot of mistakes. They can see that turkey coming, and the excitement of a turkey hunt is to see and watch that bird gobble and strut. So here comes the bird. He's marching in, and next thing you know, you see somebody bap, 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 cut at him. You know, what's the turkey do? He stops, puts his head up, he gobbles, he stops, and he struts. Now he's going to sit there and strut. Show off. Well, I call to him. He's coming. Yeah. Let him go. You know, there's no sense in calling at that point. You know, and I've not done a lot of elk hunting, and I want to get with you and do that. I've, hunted elk 3 or 4 times with a gun, and I've only killed one, but I want to experience the archery hunt and the calling of getting him in like the turkey. That's what I really want to experience.
Very similar, I think. I haven't really turkey
I'm just glad turkeys can't smell.
Oh, dude, it'd be impossible. It would be impossible. I mean, it's turkey hunting's my favorite. I've kind of grown up on it. When I grew up in Kentucky, we didn't have turkeys, and the first time I ever saw one, I was actually grouse hunting, and we had a flock that had been transplanted and put there in eastern Kentucky.
Oh, wow.
And 4 or 5 turkeys jumped up and flew away, and I was, amazed by it. Then I got to Florida and started turkey hunting right away, and I got in Florida and started an outfitting business, and then been guiding turkey hunts ever since. And
how about
going
Kentucky?
All over the country.
Is Kentucky flourished with?
Now it's fantastic. Yeah, I go back home every year and hunt turkeys, and I love it. And I've traveled in the country. I've hunted 27 different states now. Hawaii was one of my favorites, going there and turkey hunting.
And you've shot how many slams, world slams?
World slams, I've shot 6.
Which is a 6 subspecies?
6 is a 6 subspecies. So you got your Grand Slam, which is your Rio, your Eastern, your Miriam, and your Osceola. You add your Goulds to it.
It's a royal.
Now you got a Royal Slam, you add your Oscillated to it, then you got a World.
Yeah. So
I've killed about 11, I think, Royal Slams, and about 23, I think, Grand Slams. Huh. And I've done it with my bow also, so I loved it bow hunting. I've done a lot of them in single seasons.
Really, that's cool.
Yeah, so you go get all 6 subspecies in a single season.
Wow.
Yep. Last year, I was 1 short of getting a double.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, actually, the last 2 seasons, I've been 1 short of getting a double.
World Slam?
Yeah, World Slam.
Wow.
I didn't get 2 Goulds the previous year, and then last year, I'm out hunting in Kentucky, and I blew my knee out. Went back to Florida, got a cortisone shot. Went to Montana, Wyoming, and South Dakota, feeling a little bit better. But then, man, it just blew up on me. Started swelling up, and so I had to cancel my Gould's hunt at the end of the year and had knee surgery. So I've been hobbling around out here still a little bit on it, but it feels better. But I'll be back at it again next year and trying to get my World Slam again. And
nice.
Yeah, we need a turkey hunt together too. So
yeah, we need to do that.
You want to come to Florida, we need to get that done and come down there and hunt with me in Florida turkey hunting.
I need the Osceola with my bow to finish my slam.
Yep.
And then
and Nomad, the big thing for us is, I mean, I think we own the turkey hunting world. The Southeast is where our greatest power is, you know, in the clothing line. And we really need to expand out west in the Midwest. And for you guys, you know, and helping us there, I really appreciate it. You know, getting the name Nomad out here. Like, we had some guys come into camp last night that just were visiting. They were camping, you know, away. They had no idea who Nomad was. You know, they hadn't heard it. You know, we're in Idaho, and there's a few stores here that carry it, but, you know, it's not in every mom and pop store.
Yeah.
It's in some big, you know, box stores like Sportsman's Warehouse. But, you know, we need to get the word out west, and you guys doing podcasts and doing your videos on YouTube, and that helps get the Nomad name out there and people visible with it. The clothing line is awesome.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was just gonna say, it's kind of a shame that it's not more known out here, because the clothing is great, and the price point is really good.
Yes, okay.
And I think people sometimes think, if it's not whatever, you know, hundreds and hundreds of dollars, that it's not as good as the stuff that. But nowadays, with the products or the type of material you're used and stuff, you know, when you compare apples to apples, and you put a set of Sitka down, you put a set of Kuiu down, and you put a set of Nomad down. A lot of them are made, you know, in factories that are almost the same. You know, the materials are the same. Price points are a little different, you know, but the Nomad brand itself and the clothing is exceptional. You know, you lay it down there with those other ones, and you start feeling it, and it's the same thing, man. It's just, you know, and our price points are a lot better than what theirs are. You know, not knocking either one of those brands. They're both fantastic brands, but, you know, we're right there with them. You know, and they own the West. You know, I give them that, dude. They own the West, you know, and I've got a friend that works for Sitka, and I tell you, man, you know, you kill us if you come down to Florida, I mean, you know, to the Southeast, and you started blowing it out, you know. Sitka's, they're there. They're our biggest competitor. But right now, we own, you know, the East on the clothing line, and we, you know, Mossy Oak is our specialty, you know, camouflage brand that we, you know, run most of the things of. We got some Migrate pattern. I don't have it on right now. I don't even have the hat on right now. But the Migrate pattern is an exclusive pattern that we have. It was actually supposed to be a waterfowl pattern that came up. Yeah.
You know, but it looks just like this territory right out here.
Yeah.
I mean, the colors are exactly the same as this, and that's what I brought out here to wear. And, you know, it fits in good. I've worn it, you know, in Canada on waterfowl hunts. I'm actually going to take it on a moose hunt, you know, in Canada here in a couple of weeks, because the pattern itself is just really, really looks good.
And I love how you guys come out with some solids, too, because solids out west are pretty popular.
That was the biggest thing, and you've got a pair of the solids pants on right now, the Pursuit pant. It comes in the moss, and it also comes in a tan color. We got a lighter pair that's called Stretch Light that is in moss and tan. And then we have also what's called a KRP pant that came out this year, and it has got like a Kevlar front.
Yeah, I have some.
Yeah, oh, you got them.
I have them with me.
So
actually,
for upland hunting and walking through the sagebrush.
I actually bought them. Yeah, because I wish I did more upland bird hunting, but I do piles of shed hunting, and they are going to be perfect for that. Seriously,
that time of year is
when I saw those on your website, I was like, oh, I have to have a pair of those. Anyway, I haven't even got to wear them yet, but I brought them out here to try out. But they're going to be awesome.
No, you wear those in the blind today?
No,
it's like
I'm wearing this in the blind today.
Yeah. Are you even going to change your shoes? Are you going to wear your flips?
I might wear my flip flops. I'm not sure.
Jack, drag that over here, see.
I usually take my shoes off when I'm in there anyway.
Do you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't have time to yesterday, but
you guys didn't have time to do anything.
No, we did not.
Your buggy was parked. You didn't even have time to move your buggy, did you?
I did not move the buggy.
No, we passed you guys on the way here, and then
I know
we got, as we're going into town yesterday.
As soon as we got service.
As soon as we got service, Jack killed. What?
I looked again at Jack, because I was thinking Frank, maybe, you know, because Frank was already sitting out here. We said Jack. I'm like,
yeah, and we looked at the time.
But yet it didn't
like
surprise me.
Maybe an hour and 15 minutes that we just left you guys. You know, and
right.
We already got one done. So
you guys must have woofed just really quick. Put your gear here and took off.
Well,
right?
I set up. Yeah, I mean, we set up the bunk bed cots and stuff. That takes a little time, and then then we drove out there and had literally just put the stuff in the blind and hadn't even, moved the buggy. And here they come. We're like, well, let's see what happens, see if it bugs them.
Which goes to prove so much how, like I know I've talked about people parking their vehicle by another water hole to deter the antelope from going there, but yet they still water.
Right.
Perfect example right there. They
exactly
saw you and whatever, I'm thirsty.
Well, and I do think it made a bit of a difference because they did hang up. I don't know, whatever. Sometimes they do that.
Dude,
anyway.
It was 18 minutes.
Yeah.
How long could they hang up?
Right. That's true. It seemed like forever. Only because we were worried the whole time. I think about, we're screwed because of the buggy sitting there.
Yeah.
Like, well, let's see if it's going to work or not.
Yeah.
There's nothing you could do.
Yeah, and it's not like you didn't have several days to hunt anyway. But,
exactly.
So I know it's a great story and pretty classic on how it did work out.
Right.
But
yeah, Jack was waiting. He wanted the whole experience too. It was like kind of anticlimactic for him as well. He's like, man, I wanted to pass on some bucks and blah, blah, blah.
How many hour drive was it? 9 hours for him?
How long did you drive?
Well, 8 hours to Idaho and like 2 hours here. So.
8 hours and 2, yeah.
Yeah, I was in the air for like 6 hours, flying from Florida, then 3 hours to Dallas, another 3 hours to here, and hunting for 2 hours. So, but I was like you. I wanted to see a lot of antelope and maybe pass up a couple, but that's too tempting since they're broadside.
We could probably have a blind. You just go sit in and watch for a while.
No, it's going to be hot again today.
I know that was kind of the thing too that we were saying. We kind of knew what the weather was going to be
exactly.
like, and I'm sure that didn't have nothing to make your mind up. That
well,
didn't have anything to do with that.
And I'm going to be gone the month of September. I think I'll be home 10 days. So I changed my flight yesterday to make it back home a day early to make my wife happy. So
there you go. That's a good idea.
Yeah, very good.
And then
idea.
you're off to where, Canada?
Next, I go to Louisiana for a teal hunt. That's on the 12th, and then I go to Canada on a moose hunt, bow moose hunt.
And how long is your teal hunt?
That'll be 3 days.
3 days.
3 days there, and I come back. I'm home for 1 day, and then I fly to Canada.
Darn.
Do you film most of that stuff or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Most of it gets filmed, or I'm with an outdoor writer, doing hunts like that, or I've got some other shows that we do. Another one's called Country Outdoors with Zach and Mary Phillips. They do a lot of stuff with us, did a lot of digital stuff and social media things, and we hunt with them a lot and do some things with them. And we've got a new adventure that we're going to start with here in Nomad. We've really been talking with LSU University and Dr. Brett Collier. He has come up with a hunter program for college kids, introducing those kids to hunting. So they actually go through their hunter education course, and they go and they hunt. So they're going to hunt a lot of duck hunts. Dallas Safari Club is involved now,
wow.
So they're going to go on deer hunts. We're involved in sending them clothing for Nomad. Benelli is involved in giving them guns, to use and shoot. So they're going to put about 100 kids through the program this year and introduce them to hunting, actually take them into the classroom and start, dissecting ducks, learning all about the ducks, the deer, all the stuff in the classroom.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Because so many of those kids, they've probably, where they live, never experienced anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing. It's a new hunter program. So, the kids that are involved in hunting, they've already got their hunter education. They've got their license. They've got a dad. They've got some brother, some family member or a friend that takes them hunting. Most of these kids have no one. They've never been, had it lined up to where they could go hunting with anybody. And Brett has set this program up. He started it last year, and we sent some clothes to him last year, and we're going to do it again this year. And it's a fantastic thing, and I'm really looking forward to going down and meeting these kids. And I've got Country Outdoors is going to come down and film and do some stuff down there with us. And they're actually going to go in the classroom and film in the classroom and talk to the kids.
Nice.
And they do a podcast also, and they do on Mossy Oak Go and Outdoor Channel, and I think that's going to be a really cool thing. And I would hope that other schools across the country, colleges across the country, maybe pick up on it, and the outdoor industry itself get behind it to push those hunter numbers.
Yeah.
It's the thing.
Because we're losing hunters.
Unfortunately. Yeah, we're losing hunters. I mean, the anti-hunting campaigns are out there. The people that are against the Second Amendment are out there. So our way of life is, to me, I feel is threatened, by all those programs and stuff. And the more people we can introduce to hunting ourselves, it's going to help hunting, and it helps conservation.
Yeah.
What we're out here doing with this herd of antelope, it's a conservation effort. There is a ton of antelope out here, absolute ton. What predators do they have?
Right.
I mean, they got a few coyotes out here.
Yeah.
I mean, you might have a big cat pass through every now and then.
Oh yeah, there's cats out here for sure,
but not that many.
Not much.
Not a ton.
So it's up to the hunters basically to control hunter populations of game.
Right.
And you see that with EHD and all these other things that are coming onto the deer. There's so many deer, and the diseases get passed on, and
and that's
wipes out
overpopulation.
It's overpopulation occurs on that.
People don't realize that. They just think it's a disease,
right?
But what they don't understand is because the animals aren't. Yeah, they're not managed good enough. There's not enough that's being harvested, and it's like. People that think it's mean or whatever, cruel to kill an animal, a deer, let's say, with a gun or bow or whatever, but you think about how many are suffering because they're overpopulated, get hit with cars and not killed right there.
Yeah.
They run off and then they suffer, on the side of the road or whatever. Would you rather have, something killed quick and humanely, or something that's got a broken leg and drags its legs off that you didn't even know about, and people don't get that. Another thing too, with the kids and everything, think about, us, we're seasoned, and and think about what a life changer. Can you imagine not hunting?
Yeah, no, well, I mean, honestly, that was me. My father, he didn't hunt. My grandfather hunted a little bit, and I can remember walking through the woods with him and, going squirrel hunt with him, and that was about it. And I didn't get introduced to hunting until one of my best friends that I played baseball with in college and grew up with, and let's go hunt. And finally bought a bow and went hunting with him, and I was addicted.
Yeah.
And because of him, I feel like, I'm where I am today because he really helped me, get addicted to hunting and the outdoors. I love the outdoors, but I wasn't that big a hunter. And without somebody introducing you to it and, saying, come along with us, that brings you into it and, gets you excited about it. And that's our new marketing campaign right now for Nomad. Come on, join us. Let's all get into, the outdoors.
Nice.
Yeah. That's cool.
It's intimidating, like if you don't know what you're doing.
It is. It's intimidating, and sometimes I'm still intimidated. I go to a gun store or something, and I'm looking at a gun I'm not familiar with. It's intimidating.
Yeah, that's true.
That stuff,
I'm the same way with the guns too.
Yeah.
I don't shoot guns a whole lot. I love them, and I own a pile of them. But to go to a store and it is intimidating. To,
and that's what it's important to have friendships in the outdoors. To me now, you guys are lifelong friends. You're not business associates anymore. That's out the door. Mm-hmm. If I quit Nomad tomorrow, or if I get fired by Nomad tomorrow, I'm still your guys' friends. Mm-hmm. You're still invited to come to Florida and hunt with me or whatever, and hopefully we can hunt, other experiences together. But I've experienced, a lot of hunts, but I've experienced a lot more friendships, I think, than hunts when it comes to the outdoors.
Yeah, and those last longer.
Exactly.
Those
last longer than the memories of a kill.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
although you'll be thinking about that antelope for a minute.
Yeah, the antelope kills are fresh in my mind. It'll fade away. But the experience of sitting around the campfire last night and listening to people talk and have fun and doing the podcast and doing this stuff,
By the way, we were going to do a podcast last night, but that didn't quite work out, did it, John?
It's probably best we did not.
Beep, 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 beep.
We'd had to redo it today anyway.
Yeah, but hunting, it does bring people together. And that's the one thing that I enjoy about it.
That's all our bond out here. All these guys that's the bond, that's what ties us all together, is we're all friends because of hunting.
Yeah.
And over the years, we've all grown close, and now our kids are all coming out here doing this, and
which is awesome.
They're as addicted to it as we are.
And your son-in-law, now, your son-in-law, did he hunt before?
He did, yeah. His dad's a hunter too, but not
Not archery.
Not
for
archery
sure.
at all. He'd never shot a bow. In fact, he bought Jack's bow.
Oh, okay.
Actually, the bow he's shooting now, I think he's bought your last 2 bows, right? Or we gave him one, and then he bought this one. So, and but he's addicted.
Oh yeah, he loves it. Yeah, you could tell he loves it. For sure.
Yeah. So anyway, that's kind of fun.
Yeah. Well, appreciate you coming out, Mike,
and thank you guys. Like I said, it's been an experience, and to meet you and put the voices and the faces together and everything. It's been a great experience, and thank you very much for having me out here. And awesome hunt. Hope to get invited back, and you're all welcome to come to Florida. And hunt with me down there. We can hunt turkeys, alligators, hogs, and have a good time.
That'd be fun. Yeah, of course, you're always welcome. I think you'll always be welcome back as well. I agree with you on the friendship thing. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
And maybe you'll get the full experience of the sitting for hours with flies all over you. You missed out on all that. You don't know what it's all about.
It'll have to be a bigger antelope next time. It will definitely have to be a bigger one.
Yeah, for sure. We'll have to do that. But just know that if the clothes start coming off, I'm probably out of there. Just saying.
Well, we were both sitting in shorts yesterday, so we didn't have to worry about it. We knew ahead of time it was going to be hot, so we were both prepared for it in our Nomad shorts, and so that worked out really good.
Yeah. It didn't get too hot, fortunately. We weren't in there long enough.
No, and it's it feels pretty cool right now today.
Yeah, a little bit of a breeze.
Good.
Like John was saying earlier, I mean, antelope season's always like, come on, I want it dry. I want the weather to be nice and dry and hot, but once we chill out, start cooling off, and
then you start
thinking about elk hunting, and I'm always thinking about elk hunting, but you start really thinking about I got to get out there and go. So we'll get you out here and do some elk hunting.
Yeah, no, I want to do that. I put in for the tags, and didn't get drawed this year, so I'll put it again next year. And
see if we can't get you on.
Fingers crossed, maybe get drawn. So
exactly,
that'd be cool to come out here and bow hunt. Like I said, I've hunted a gun, several times, and been lucky enough to kill one in Colorado. Yeah, I hear somebody coming. Sounds like somebody's coming. Maybe they got one this morning.
Might be down.
Yeah, but
Jack,
definitely want to come back and bow hunt elk. And like I said, that turkey hunting. And then doing the elk hunt when they're bugling and calling them in.
Oh yeah,
that's what I want to do.
Yeah. It's pretty cool for sure. And I've done both, just enough to know how. If you like hunting turkeys like you do, and call it and everything, when you get that experience with elk, I'm an opportunist. I'll take whatever I can get, but there's nothing cooler than having that bull,
screaming
just right in your face,
so
where you can all but almost feel it, just the intensity of it is. So
those days don't come often enough. Really,
no, they don't.
They don't.
Yeah,
but it's a rush.
Yep. All right, brother. Well, we're gonna get packed up and head on out. I know you got it.
I can go out.
You got a date with an antelope out there.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just starting to warm up.
It is. Yeah.
And
cut out the downtime. Right. It worked out pretty well yesterday, getting a late start. So. Maybe we'll still.
You need to get out there 10 minutes to 1 until 1:20, and you'll be done.
Right. That's no doubt.
But again, thank you guys, man. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Great experience. I really appreciate y'all invite out to come out.
Well, okay. Thanks for coming.
Appreciate you guys watching, and like and subscribe, and
all the good stuff.
Yep. We'll see you again.
Thanks, guys.